having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day. If you haven't already, trust me, your day is going to get a lot better, starting with this video. So if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Thank you to everybody who's already a part of the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for spreading this financial gospel so that we can get this out to as many people as possible so that it can change their lives. So today we're going to talk about this. It's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. So people are wondering, like, all right, so what can I do to get financial freedom very quickly? What can I do to enjoy life very quickly? And there's a lot of stuff going on the internet and social media where the hot word is millionaire. The hot word is, invest and become rich. And a lot of this stuff is just fluff. I'm being nice. A lot of this stuff is just fluff, and it's not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you wealthy. But that does not mean that you cannot become rich. That does not mean that you cannot become wealthy. You can absolutely be rich. You can absolutely be wealthy, absolutely be a multimillionaire. You can absolutely pass down generational wealth to your family, and you can be the first. I'm going to be the first in my family to do it. That's a goal of mine. So again, before we jump into it, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up, and let's go ahead and talk about this, because I understand there's a lot of things on the internet, and I see it. And immediately, just based on, the things I know, that, all right, this is fluff, that's not going to work. But the videos get, a million views because people want something for nothing. And so it's either entertaining or it's promising something that you probably will never have the opportunity to get. Right? I've seen ones that it was like, I want to say like $100 per month in the stock market, become a millionaire. Ain't happening. Just ain't happening. Get $250,000 business credit overnight. Stop it. I'm not even amazed that they put that out there. I'm amazed how it is that people are willing to just lie to you, like straight up in your face. Tell you a bold-faced lie, and not even think twice about it. And they know this stuff doesn't work. And so one of the things that separate me from everybody else, and this is just me speaking about myself, is that I'm not gonna fluff you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna give you aspirations you can't accomplish. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just gonna give you information. And then you could use the information to change your life. Yes. Or you could use the information to change someone else's life. Or you could be like the 90% and hear it and do nothing with it. And so you don't want to be that person who gets the information, gets the knowledge, but does not use it. So we don't want to become the person who doesn't do the thing. And so I'm gonna be talking with you just a few minutes. And we're going to talk about the realities of, like, if you guys are 25, 30, potentially you can become a millionaire very quickly in this world. It's not hard in today's age to become a millionaire. There are people who post pictures all day and are millionaires. There are people who talk about other people's products and get a kickback from the sales and become millionaires. There's like an abundance of ways to make 7 figures a year, right? There's an abundance of ways. You just have to choose your lane. Now, it does not mean that you'll make $1 million the first year, but it does mean that this thing has the potential, and potential is a key word. It has the potential to get you from, say, for instance, 50K a year. It has the potential to get you to $1 million, right? So you guys, a lot of the things that you are privy to and that you have an opportunity to experience or even participate in, it's capable of making you a millionaire. There's just a couple things you have to determine. Number one, are you willing to put in a little bit of work? Number two, are you willing to be a little bit patient? Because it's probably not going to come overnight. And you're probably not going to be able to post all this cool stuff on Instagram for another 1, 2, 3 years, maybe. So, and are you willing to self-discipline, manage yourself, educate yourself, and be persistent? right? When it gets rough, are you going to stay the course, or are you jumping overboard? Right? I need to know. Life needs to know. Life is like, hey, I got some cool stuff for you, but I'm kind of worried you might jump overboard when the storm comes. Right? And so you've got to learn to work through those things. That's why I always say, if you can see it, you can have it. But you've got to be able to see it with your eyes closed. You've got to be able to experience it with your eyes closed. You've got to move and operate as if it's already done. That's the faith level you have to be successful in this world. If it wasn't that way, then everybody would be successful. If manifestation worked, like they say on the internet, if it worked, everybody would have what they want to have. But considering the fact that everyone does not have the things they want to have, then we know manifestation ain't just going to put it in your driveway. It's not just going to put that house key in your hand. Doesn't work that way. There's nothing wrong with manifesting, but if you don't get out and put some work into it, you're going to be shocked in the negative sense. You're going to be let down. And so you can learn how to build a business that makes 7 figures. Absolutely. You can learn to make $1 million in 3 to 5 years. 100% possible. Your journey to $1 million is only going to take you nowadays. It's probably only going to take you 3 to 5 years to hit the $1 million mark. In 3 to 5 years, you could easily get to 7 figures. It's not going to be a hard thing to do. It's not going to be difficult. And you can pull this off, right? So again, is it possible for you to become a millionaire in the next few years or by the age 40? Because I know a lot of you are younger and 25 and 30 and 35. Yeah, you can absolutely become a millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years. You can become a millionaire, and if you want to, you can retire by 40. It just depends on what you do to become a millionaire, like what type of business or entity or investment you have set up. So I look at it this way. There's only a couple ways. There's another one, but we'll just work with these. And as a matter of fact, to make it easy, I'll just go ahead and put the third. So there's only a couple or 3 ways that you can potentially make money in this world today. And that is, put this here. Oh, didn't do that right. But you know what it is, right? Where right? I'll just put invest. That's a better word, right? And another word for this could be like portfolio, but we'll just put invest. We're gonna keep it really, really simple today. All right, so there's about 3 primary ways that you can make money today. Right? And so we're going to talk about them. You can have a job, you could create a business, or you could get into investments. So if you want to make $1 million a year, and by the time you're 40 or in the next 5 years, next 10 years, absolutely doable. But let's talk about how doable it is, how doable it is in each market. By the way, if you guys don't have anything to do coming up, I'm going to be teaching 7 p.m. Texas time. I'm going to be teaching you 7 p.m. Texas time how to build your own middleman business, which is what I do from my phone. I don't have to leave my home. I don't have to leave my office. I simply book customers. I'm going to teach you how to book, get paid by taking a deposit, and then how to dispatch the work to ISPs or to independent service professionals who do the work. So all I do with my phone is I book customers, take a deposit, and then I send the work to someone else to do it. I'm working in several industries, the moving industry, the home cleaning industry. I live in Texas, but I have a home cleaning service in Jacksonville, Florida, and dispatch, right? So book, deposit, dispatch. It's that simple. All you have to do is find a customer. I teach you how to find customers. The customer's going to reach out to you for a quote. You're going to give them a quote and book them through your phone, through text, or through emails. It's very easy. Most customers are going to text and email, so I give you the script to use. The customers are going to contact you. They're going to say, yeah, I love it. I'll book with you. Okay, if you can do it on this day at this time for that much, I'm rolling. You go ahead. Hey, I got your book. Let's go ahead and take that deposit. Customer's going to pay you a deposit. I try to get you around $150 per customer, but even if it's $100 for just text messaging or a 5-minute phone call, still not bad. And then you're going to dispatch the work to other service professionals who are actually going to go out and do the work. So if I book you for moving, I'm not going to move you, someone else is. I'm just going to book you and get paid to do it. If I book you for cleaning or website design, I'm not going to do it. I have someone else who does it. This is the ISP, the service professional who I'm going to dispatch you to, but you're going to pay me a deposit for booking you. Make sense? And so if you want to learn how to do that, be in the live training, 7 p.m. Texas time, and I'll teach you how to start your own middleman business. All you have to do is put the word middleman under any of the videos. Get there early, do it quickly, because I do cut it off at a certain point. So if you don't get the invite, that means we're full. So put middleman under any of the videos and you'll be invited. So hopefully. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So there's a job, right? So most people, right? Most people always talk about the 90%, the 10%. There's job and there's investment and there's business. Now, I don't know if you know, but most millionaires, if I'm not mistaken, about 75% of millionaires come from business. So 75% of millionaires come from owning a business, right? And I think it's 70 or 75. My laptop's over there, but I think it's 70 or 75, right? And 75% of business owners are millionaires, right? And through investments, let me double check because I want to be sure. Let me double check. Give me a second, guys. I want to get this right. All right. Okay, gotcha. What percent? Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. I was wrong. I was wrong. 85% of millionaires are business owners. 85%. So when they're telling you that, hey, you can be rich and be a millionaire through investing, I'm just saying, you let the numbers tell you, right? 85 and then 10% through investing, and then 5% through jobs. Now, when you think about the jobs, 5% is a very low number, but also to make it even worse, these are top company executives, CEOs. They're considered to have jobs and things like that. So all of those things are part of this. So all of those things contribute to this. So the 5% have jobs. And again, these are the upper 5% because people always say everything's a pyramid. Well, a job is a pyramid too. You have, I'll prove it to you really quickly. You have upper management, which is where like the CEOs are. You have that's upper management. You have very few of those. You have middle management, right, where the managers are, and then you have the bottom where most of you guys are, the workforce, right, the WF, the workforce. This is where the least amount of money is paid. This is where a little bit. This is where the most. Everything's a pyramid, right? You guys just don't see the whole picture. And so if you're at the bottom, I've got to find my eraser. If you're at the bottom of this. Nope, I have no idea where it is. So if you're at the bottom of this, then you're going to be the person who's doing all the work, but not making all the money. So most people make their money make millions through having a business. 10% make it through investments, because I keep telling you, I don't care what they tell you on the internet. You cannot invest $100 a month and get rich. You cannot invest $500 a month and get rich. If you want to make enough money in the stock market to live off of, and someone did a video about this, I think it was Glendon Cameron, where he broke it down, you need like $5,000 per month for like 10, 20 years to make $1 million or to make enough money to live off of. Let me ask you this. How many people got 60 extra $1,000 a year to just invest into the stock market consistently for 10 years minimum? Exactly. So the people that are making a lot of money in the stock market, they started with a lot of money. Elon Musk, right? You guys might think of Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a billionaire. But did Elon Musk start in the stock market? No, he built a company, right? Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, we got a coaching session tomorrow. Yeah, excited, looking forward to it. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, help you build this company quickly. By the way, guys, if you haven't been in the live training, put middleman in the comments. You could get into the live training for everybody who hasn't been in one. And I do one-on-ones with the students, so I'm with you throughout the whole process. I work with you as much as I can to help you to be successful. In fact, I got a meeting in just a few minutes, so I got to get off of here. So we're gonna try to speed this up real quick. And but I work with you step by step, help you to build a beautiful business. That's what I'm here for. So I don't just talk about this. Everybody who works with me, all the students, they know I do this. This is what I do, right? So let's talk about it really quickly, and I have to keep an eye on the time. All right, we got just a few more minutes, and then I gotta go. So, all right, so 3 to 5 years, is it possible to hit that mark before you're 40, make $1 million a year? Because if you're making $1 million a year by the time you're 40, you're good, right? And so time, right? So the problem with the job, this is the problem. So you see, the job is the lowest with 5%. Well, that's got to be a result of something else, right? Because that's a derivative of another issue, right? When you say your nose is running, because I have kids, nose always running, then the nose running is not the problem. The nose running is a derivative of the real problem. Yeah, there's a bigger problem here that's causing the nose to run, right? The virus, the sickness is the real deal, is the real issue we need to resolve, and that'll stop that from happening, right? And so here's the problem. You can make money on a job, but as that number proves, it's very hard to become wealthy or a millionaire on the job, except if you're like a CEO, right? And you might make $350 a year, even up to 10 million a year. Just depends. But other than that, I guarantee you, if you take the CEOs off of this list, it'd probably be 1%. It'd probably drop to 1%. Because the average person is not making enough money on the job to even have a surplus in finances, let alone be a millionaire, right? And the problem is you're stuck in the process. So when are you going to exit this process? That's the real question, right? So if you want to become wealthy, you want to become a millionaire, there's nothing wrong with being rich, right? That's a good thing, right? So we need to get used to saying that. But the problem is you're trading time for money on a job and you're not making enough money. The real problem is you're working with a limited resource called time. Eventually, you're going to run out of this to sell. Let's say you wake up tomorrow, you're not feeling well. You got nothing to sell. You don't get paid for that day. So this is contingent on being a millionaire here in the job sector is contingent on how much time can you sell. The problem is you're going to die. That's my problem too. I'm going to die. So I know this is the slow lane when it comes to being a millionaire. This is the slow lane. Let me see. I need to put it up there. So when it comes to being a millionaire, this is the slow lane. You ever see people driving in the slow lane? take all day, get on your nerves, slow you down. This is the slow lane. So if you want to be a millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years, which is possible, it's going to be very hard to do it in the slow lane. What's the slow lane? Trading time for money on a job for a bunch of reasons. The job can fire you, lay you off, you can get hurt, no time to sell, you can get sick. They cannot promote you, not give you a raise. You have zero control. That's why this number is so low. And again, if you take off the CEOs, which are the exception, I promise you it's going to be 1% or less. So no one's getting rich working jobs. It's just not happening. Not many people, right? Not the average person, no chance. And again, the problem is you trade time for money. It's how you're making the money, right? You're making the money by selling time to get money. Time is a limited resource. Your job is not safe nor secure. And then you got all this competition to replace you. McDonald's will never make you a millionaire for flipping burgers. Why? Because they can fire you today and an hour later have another person in there doing your job because it's so easy. The job skill is not valuable. For a lot of you, you don't have a valuable enough job skill. And so no matter how long you're at your business, you're not that valuable. Don't look at me that way. I'm not that valuable either, right? You're at your company 10 years. They're giving you a parking spot. I got it. But listen, they gonna fire you because they don't like you. They don't like me either. That's why I don't let them determine my future, right? And so that's the slow lane if you want to do it that way. And a lot of you guys are locked into the slow lane and you've got to get out of that cycle. And you know I'm telling the truth and you know who you are. Now, let's move on, right? Now there's the what I call the wishing well. Throw money into the stock market, which is very volatile. People are in and out of your stocks. You're told to hold stocks for 10, 20 years. Well, Warren Buffett held his stocks. Warren Buffett is 100 years old. Will compound interest work? Compound interest work if you live to be 100? Yes. It ain't working for anybody else. Look at all the people who are rich in the stock market, other than hedge fund owners who you just give money to, you just donate to. Other than that, they're all business owners who then got into the stock market. Just go look, right? And so now we know that putting money into the stock market and hoping the stock does well, to me, it's so volatile because I can own a stock and then Elon Musk can put out a tweet and my stock will go to the trash. And I would just lose all my money based on a tweet. No, thank you, right? So putting money into the stock market, that's not the slow lane. We'll just call that, I hate to call it the fast lane. But it is faster than having a job. So we'll call it the fast lane, even though I don't want to call it that. So the slow lane is trading time for money on a job to get rich. The fast lane, if you want to call it that, is using money to buy stocks, which is investing, which is about 10%. So it's a little faster than that, right? Now, let's talk about the one that's my favorite and should be your favorite after watching this video, right? And that is this. You can tell my kids are coming into this office and playing with my markers. Let's talk about the express lane. Somebody say express lane. Let's go, man. Let's talk about the express lane. By the way, if I'm giving you any value on this video, put the word, you know what? Just smash the thumbs up. That's cool. If you have a question or comment, drop it right now because I'm literally running out of time right now. But let's talk about the express lane. You guys have a choice. Would you rather make money in the slow lane by trading your time for money on a job, the fast lane by dumping money into stocks and waiting, or would you rather make money in the express lane, right? The fastest lane possible. The here in Texas, 75 and up, which the Audubon and I think the UK, which lane would you rather operate in for your financial future, right? So, and it's your decision. You get to decide. That's the best part. So the express lane does what? Somebody said the express lane. Absolutely right. Animal Junkie, that's a cool name, by the way. So that's funny. I like it. I like it. And so let's talk about the express lane. 85%, it's no coincidence that 85% of people that get wealthy, this just came to me. I wasn't even thinking about this, but think about this. So who's going to school? Which of these are going to school? Who on this list is going to college? Out of these categories, who's going to college to get a degree, to get a safe, secure, you know what? Who? Like the owl says, who? Right? Who? There are birds that always come and hang out on our doorstep. I don't know why. Maybe my daughter attracts them. Her name is Renly, which means small bird. And the doves come out, and the doves make sounds that are similar to owls, but it's like a longer pitch. Whoo, something like that in daytime. And then owls are more like whoo, whoo. And my son, swear to this is true. I told him that they were doves. He calls them chicken doves. I don't know if that's a real thing, but he told me, he's 3, that's what they're called, chicken doves, which I've never heard of. So if you know about a chicken dove, and I'm from deep South Louisiana, almost where them swamp people are killing them gators, right? They way down because I tell somebody, I was like, hey, I'm from deep South Louisiana. They were like swamp people deep. I was like, nah, we don't even know where they are. Them boys in the bayou. And but hey, I love Texas now. It's my new home. And somebody said a job. There you go. So a job is a slow lane, right? So the job is where the college kids are. That's why you have all this financial struggle, all this credit card debt, all this student loan debt, all this consumer debt is all tied up in this. This is where school teaches you to go. That's why you can't get wealthy. But think about this. How many entities and businesses and publicly traded companies, where do they get their money from? Think about it. Everybody's told to go to college. 5% of them may get rich, even lower if you take away the CEOs. And where does the businesses get paid from? Consumer debt. From there, this is where the poor and middle class are. They buy things from the business. They invest in 401ks and stock market. Y'all, this is good. I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but it's just coming to me now. Who's investing in the stock market? These people are, because they've been trained and told to do so. And so they continue to play by the same rules. A, B, C, D. And then at the end of every year, they look at their money and go, this ain't working. And then what do? Repeat the cycle again. This didn't work in 2020. 2021, just not coming together. 2022, I'm still not winning. 2023, A, B, C, D, money's still not right. Here they are again, 2024. I'm going to try it again. And as insane as that is, that's what we do unconsciously. We don't even think about it. We just do it because we've been pre-programmed to make other people rich. I'm just telling you, wouldn't it be nice if you got rich? Wouldn't it be nice if you had an abundance of money? Wouldn't it be nice if you could decide where you want to live, what you want to drive, how your kid's going to grow up? Yes. I was talking to a friend the other day. We were talking because he drove through my neighborhood. And he was like, man, that neighborhood is nice. We want to get a house in there. I was like, yeah, man, that's cool. He was like, what do the houses start at? I was like, I think the average right now is like $550 to get in the neighborhood. And they have houses in here that's 2-3 million. But the average house in here, and they're all good houses, the average is about, just to get in, low end, $550. And he was like, man, that's pretty steep. I was like, yeah, I know it is. And then he said, what's the rents in the neighborhood for houses? I was like, the rent might be anywhere from 4 to 5 to 6,000. He was like, man, that's a lot. And I said, you think so? He said, man, that's expensive. I said, you know what's more expensive? Paying less and living in the hood. That's more expensive because of what that's going to cost you and your family. Your kids are going to grow up around other kids that you might not want them to grow up with. Nothing against them. They can do whatever they want. I just don't want my kids rocking like that. And you know why? Because I grew up like that. See, and you got to start looking at the value of what's in front of you. Not so much how much it's going to cost, but how much is it going to cost you to not do it? You could stay there and make and save money, and then your kids grow up with a network of people that you like, man, these are my kids' friends. Or because you guys think this, you just don't say it. I will, because I grew up that way. When I was young, you didn't want your kids growing up with me. I promise that. Right? You don't want your kids growing up with me. And so now I look and I go, wait a minute. I don't want my kids growing up with kids that were like me. Ain't happening. What's it cost over here? Yeah, that is expensive, but it's better for my children. Let's roll. We're safe. We feel safe. There's no gunshots. There's no fighting. There's no ambulance. Everybody gets along. Everybody's cool. Let me tell you, when you get around people that are making a decent amount of money and it's not struggle financially, it's a lot more peaceful. I'm just telling you the truth. Try it. So let's talk real quick and I'm out. Most people make their money, get rich with a business. So what I advise you to do is to create a business that functions off of a system, because you don't want to create a job for yourself. I'm not going to create a cleaning service and I'm cleaning. That's a job. I don't want a job. I want a business. I'm going to create a cleaning service with a system that makes me money. Now, my system with my cleaning, moving, and website design service business is to middleman it. I don't want to do the work. I just want to be the middleman, right? If you guys learn to stop doing the work, you can be rich. Stop doing the work. Figure out a way to let other people, there are already other companies who are qualified and prepared to do the work. I don't want to compete with them. I want to partner with them. Let me help you to get as much work as you can. You go do the work. I'll find your customer. Don't worry about paying me. The customer is going to pay me. You get the rest of the money. They go do the work. They make good money. They call you back. Hey, you got anything else? Now I got an ISP, a partner. Now I got somebody to dispatch to. Now I'm in business. Now I'm taking $100, $150 every customer I book. I get hot, start blowing up. I'm booking 5, 6. There were days I did 10, 12 customers. But say on the low end, you do 5 customers a day. $150, you're at $750 for the day. You never left the house. Why? Because you don't have to do the work. That's a middleman business. Put the word middleman in the comments under any of the videos. If you have not been to the live training, make sure to be there. But again, you guys got to stop repeating the same cycle. Here's how you break free and become a millionaire by 40, become a millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years. Is it possible? 100%. The only thing is you got to look at this chart and see if it's possible for you. So if your goal is to be a millionaire through a job, you're going to have a very hard time doing this. If your goal is to be a millionaire through stock investing, you're going to have a hard time doing this. Stop telling me about Warren Buffett and all these other anomalies. That may as well be Floyd Mayweather or Tom Brady or Michael Jordan. These are exceptions to the rules. This ain't normal, right? So investment market, 10%, even with Bitcoin, add it in, 10%, right? Most people making their money through creating a business. You don't have to create a middleman business. I'm just offering it to you if you want to make money from your phone. That's what I do. You don't have to do what I do. You can start a business from your kitchen, bake cookies, cupcakes. I don't care what you do. You can get a lawnmower and pay somebody to go out and cut yards, and you just get the clients. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you want to get into the express lane to make $1 million, you're going to have to start a business. In my first year, and I'm letting you go, 77,000 in 2020. This year, 350K. Now, you can do better than I can because I had no help and I had no idea what I was doing. I was finding out the hard way. If you learn from me, you can find out the easy way. Trust me, I'd rather find out what you went through and get your wisdom and knowledge and apply it than to go learn all on my own. That's a shortcut. There's nothing wrong with a shortcut. People make them bad things. No, it gets you there faster. I always say, if you don't know, if you want to learn piano lesson, sure, you can sit there and teach yourself piano for 5 years. Or you could pay Mr. Johnson. He'll have you playing the piano in 90 days. I'm just saying. Now you can go and start your own business and go through that battle and get those scars. It's up to you. Or you can hire a coach or a mentor, pay them for the shortcut, and get going in the express lane ASAP. I'd rather the express lane all day long. 350 is not $1 million for me, but I feel like if I would have known what I know now, I would have easily made $1 million in the first 3 to 5 years. But I'm just learning. But hey, 350 per year, still not bad, still financially free. Right. And so I always tell you, even though I'm teaching you that you can be a millionaire, it's absolutely possible. That's what I want to display with this video. But you got to figure out it could, because it's not how much money you make, it's how you make the money. This is the how. Hard, very impossible. You got it. Look like it's almost easy. So what am I going to do? Skipping the jobs. I know I don't have enough time to trade to make me rich. I'm skipping the investing. Very hard to get rich that way. And if I'm you and I'm trying to get rich, I'm starting a business. You want to start a middleman business? I'll teach you. You want to start another business? Go learn from someone who's done it already. Pick it up, take that shortcut, and start making money today. All right, so I hope this made sense. If it blessed you in any way, or if you got any value from it, put thumbs up. If you want to get the middleman training, that's coming up 7 p.m. Make sure to put middleman in the comments on any of the videos. You'll get a free link to the training, and going to teach you how to use your phone to make money. And you're going to be doing some coaching with me too. So I'm going to be there with you. I can't be there every day, but I'm going to be there with you. Make sure you're not alone. And that's my goal. So let me help you to help you. Okay. All right, guys, I got to go. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Just remember, there's a fast lane, there's a slow lane, there's the express lane. Most of you guys are parked. It's crazy because if you reverse the numbers, let me do that real quick. If you reverse the numbers, you got 5% of the people that's doing the jobs that get rich. But at the same time, you probably have about 90% of people in that category. And then here, 85% get rich. And then you probably have, let's say maybe, because you probably have about 10%. And then over here, I know I went over, then we'll drop that one about 80, right? So 80% of people there, 10% probably there. And then, because this one probably even lower. We'll say 5% of the people are there. And then probably 15% of the people are in the markets. Look at that. Where the least amount of people are, that's where all the money is. Where the most amount of people are, that's where none of the money is. Isn't that crazy? Think about that. So have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. Hope you guys become millionaires. You don't owe me anything. I just want to know and hear about your success story. So have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. I got to go. Peace.